Welcome to Florida Beach Walks. I'm Roxanne, shelling over a few different days here at Melbourne Beach on Florida's East Coast.
Sometimes I just don't find too much at my local beaches, especially in the summer when the shelling can be really slow. So I've compiled a few different days into one beach walk for you at the same beach and a stop on the way out by the river after crossing the causeway to see if I could find any crown conch shells, which I was happy to find some. And I am so excited to have found my first Wentletrap shell. It's a special little guy. I also found lettered olives, calico scallops, baby's ears, live coquinas, and some viable egg casings. Please join me. Let's walk Melbourne Beach. They had a beach nourishment project that was wrapping up at the end of April, and I sure did ask the guards if they had any piles that would be open to the public to search, through shells, and unfortunately they didn't. And I've seen a lot of these projects along the Space Coast, and so far in my experience, I've never seen any open dredge piles. But it is always a good idea whenever they do have these dredging, sand pumping projects to check out the water, the areas around the closed section of beach, because it sure does stir up a lot of shells in the water. I've been to open dredge piles down in the Palm Beach area, and they are so super fun to search through finding shells. I'll link a couple videos in this video's description of that if you'd like to check that out. It sure would be nice if more sand nourishment projects would have some public piles for us shellers to go through. There are definitely a lot of shells swirling around in the surf. Let's see what we can grab here. Here is a calico scallop. Pretty pattern. These always have such lovely patterns. Let's see what else is down here. Typical shell bits. Look at all these shells. It is so fun, even with the potential of being able to find some shells, just having all these shells to look through. But I sure need to get myself a rake. Like, not a rake, but like a bucket rake thing. I don't even know what they're called. I see some people, fishermen, get them when they're looking for those sand fleas. Ooh, there's the top of I think that's a knobbed whelk. Yeah. Ooh, I see an olive rolling around. Let's check this one out. It's a nice lettered olive for the East Coast. Looks like it probably has a nice shine on it too. Alright, let's try again. See if I can pull up something. A little slipper shell there. Nothing too special though. Let's see what we'll get this time. Ooh, there's a nice calico scallop. Oh, that's a pretty purple. It's a nice one. I seriously let that go. Oops. I guess from the angle I was looking at, I did not see that shell. I wouldn't have let that go. Yikes. A beautiful great blue heron. I am now on the north side of the restricted area that they had there because I wasn't finding too many shells where I was. The same shells that you saw is pretty much all I was picking up for a little bit. So moved in on this other side, hoping to find something a little more exciting, which I really did. So it's very exciting. Start off with this lettered olive. I love the lettering, but it does have a little chip on that lip, so I'll probably just leave this one here. What else we can find. There were a lot more shells piled up on the sand than on the other side. Here's an Atlantic slipper snail, or a boat shell. These can get about 2.5 inches large, and I think I found one that big before down in Fort Pierce. It was huge. Here's another olive, lettered olive. It's got a chip in its lip too, so probably let that one stay at the beach as well. All right, let's go for some more handfuls in the water here, see what I can find. Looks more like the same as on the south end. Not too much. Ooh, I love the sound of those shells rushing back to the water. Sounds so pretty. Another calico. All right, just a couple more swipes here in the water. Not really finding much in the water here. There's a calico. These stand out so bright. It's a real pretty pattern. It's got a little hole in it though. The sound of those shells is just so pretty. It's almost like a giant rain stick. Is it broken or solid? And it was broken. I do not find true tulips on the East Coast that are solid. I don't think I've ever found, well, maybe a little tiny one, but they're normally broken. But look what I found right behind it. Look at that. It is a little Wentletrap. This is my first Wentletrap that I found. And at first I was like, is that a Wentletrap? No way. Yes way, it is. Look how cute it is. This is a juvenile one. This is a brown banded Wentletrap, and it is so cute. They get about 3/4 of an inch big, so this is definitely juvenile because I don't even think this is much past 1/4 of an inch. And I can't believe I found that. So I am so thankful I spotted that little true tulip, and I would have never seen this. I'm so happy. This shell just made my whole summer. This is a little area on the river right after crossing the causeway back from the beach, and I just wanted to stop and check it out to see if I could find any crown conch shells here. You can find lots of these crown conchs by the river on the East Coast. Birds having a happy time out there. Must be lots in that water. Pelican party. Water is pretty clear over here. This is the first time I pulled over in this particular area, which is the Banana River. So I pulled off at other different locations, different causeways along the Indian River, and some are clear, some are not so clear. I guess it just depends on the day, what the water's doing. Lots of cross-barred Venus clams. Oh, there's one. Let's check it out. And it is empty. A lot of these river crowns do have hermit crabs, and a lot of them are alive. And I'll show you in a little bit a whole host of them. Munching on lunch. Here's a horseshoe crab. There were lots of these washed up in this area and in the water. All right, here's some more. Man, there's a lot in the water. See a shark over there. All right, and these two are empty. Let's grab that shark eye, check it out. Wow, it's been there for a while. Oh, there's another one. Oh, that's a nice bright color. Ooh, and it's got some good spikes. Two little good spikes on the end. I think the brown swirls on these, they're just so pretty and they get really dark. That's gorgeous. So many. And I did see a lot of them moving around too. I think this is a bruised Nassau shell, but I'm not quite sure because I haven't found one before. So I think that's what it is. But yeah, some of these crowns, I saw them in the water and they were just moving a little bit, so I knew there was a hermit crab or something in there. Look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are definitely a lot of them. Oh, wow, that's nice. I thought that was going to be alive. But it is nice and brown. It's almost like inverse. The light is the highlight instead of the main color. Look at this little guy on the move. Here's another one. Can I say hello? That's so cool. I think these are so amazing. I went to Pine Island Park and I found some live ones interacting underneath the water. I videotaped that. I'll put it in this video's description if you'd like to check that one out. It's pretty amazing. Let's see if we can find some more empty ones. Yeah, that one was... No, I don't think he's moving. Let's check him out. I thought he was moving. And you are empty. All right. All right, let's add that to the hand. And that's what we got so far. I really love that dark one next to all the light ones. It really stands out pretty. I'm actually surprised there were so many shells over here, so I definitely will have to check this area out again in the future. See how it's, changes and stuff. Oh, here's one. That's in pretty good condition too. Definitely a lot of shells over here. Some older ones, a lot of older shells, but that's pretty typical for the river because they don't move around too much. Oh, here's a little baby. Hello. I just think shells are amazing. The live ones, they're just as amazing. That is so cool. All right, go back to your little snaily business. So many of these crowns in the water. There's one up there, but let's check out the shark eye. Oops. Oh, jeez. Can't even keep them in my hands. And that one's alive down there. Its little siphon sticking out. Little black siphon on the end. There's another one. This is just so awesome. Here's one. Let's see if this is... Yeah, that's not alive. Got some great spikes on it, the top and bottom. Beautiful. Here's another shark eye, but I think it's, yeah, it's too mossy. I know bleach will clean it up, but they get real pitted real bad. Well, let's see what this is. Looks like a whelk, a channeled whelk, but it has been sitting around a little too long. I know it can be cleaned up in some bleach, but I'll think about keeping that or not. Let's see what else we got here. Another little one, but it's got another one stuck in its aperture. It's opening. Set these over here so I have more space in my hand. Let's grab this one. Another nice one. I'll take a few. I am going to put a few back. I'm not going to take all these with me. We'll go through and see what stays and what goes. There's another horseshoe crab. Now this one has a party inside. Look at that. That is so cool. So I guess crown conchs are a little bit of scavengers also. All having lunch. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. I think there was a little bit more. Oh, there's 7. That's so neat. There's another little cluster of them over there with some leaves. Wow. Oh, this one looks like a pretty good size. Let's clean that up a little bit. Ew, I like that one. That's a pretty good color. Just needs a little bit of bleach on it, and I think that's going to look really nice. At the end, I will bleach and clean up the ones that I kept, and I'll show you how all those turned out. They turned out pretty good. All right, so here's all that I collected. Let's see what stays and what goes. We'll definitely keep that one. That one's a nice one. We'll return that one. And probably this little guy too. He's a little on the white side. Get that one. We'll return that one. And let's see, definitely keep that one. I think, I know it's a channeled whelk, and I don't have a lot of them, but that looks like it's going to be too pitted. I do have a lot of shark eyes. This one's kind of cute, but I think we'll return this one too. I'll keep this little dark one, but we'll put this one back. Here's the crowns that I kept, and I did find one off camera that I grabbed last minute. I'll display them all at the end. So this is 2 weeks later. There's my husband and little Ellabella over there. She was kicking up a fuss at first. I think it was too windy, but she settled down after a little bit and got excited about picking up some shells too. I was really in particular looking for arc shells so I can make these little pendant trinkets, or whatever you want to call them, that I had made before. I shared one that I made out of glass in my Fort Pierce video. Here is a calico scallop. I'll share with you at the end of this video one of these arc shells that I made a little trinket out of. My sweet baby girl. I like how thick these arc shells are for projects. Very nice and sturdy. Here's another Atlantic slipper snail. This one has a pretty pattern on it. Some of them have really nice patterns, and, you know, majority of them are run-of-the-mill. There's some beach scarps from all our pounding East Coast waves. The simple, beautiful life of an almost 2-year-old. Here's a common jingle shell with its beautiful iridescence. Nearly all beach jingle shells are the unattached left valve. Ooh, and here is another moon snail. Not moon snail. Baby's ear. They're relatives of the moon snail. They share the same natty side family with moon snails. A spectral bittersweet clam. Let's see what else is over here. Lots of shell bits. Ella's got a calico, pretty decent size. That's a pretty pattern.
No, show me the shell. What'd you do with the purple shell? Where'd you put it down? Where'd it go? Where did it go? Oh, here's some sea moss. Yeah. Where's the purple one? You had the purple one. What'd you do with it? Go find the purple one.
Sorry for all the wind noise. It sure was a breezy day. And here we are 3 weeks after that last beach walk with my daughter Ella and Daddy. On this trip, I took my 2 girls, Skylar and Ella. Just going for a little afternoon out at the beach. Doesn't get any better than that right there. Mama's little sheller in training. Oh yeah. She's gonna be a great little sheller. I hope she likes shelling one day. Yeah, let me see, oh. What you got there? Yeah, you picking up shells. Your shell. Good job. Yay. Here's some pretty Coquinas shells. Skylar was digging through some sand fleas, and we found some Coquinas while she was doing that. Ella, look, let's watch him go back. Look, let's watch him go back. Let's watch him go back in the ground. Let's watch him go back. They're gonna go back. Oh, look, Ella, there they go. Oh, bye-bye, Coquinas. Wow, they're so quick. Skylar was showing Ella how to collect sand fleas. She was having fun showing her that. Here's a real big one.
You turn your body around. Oh, there he is.
These mole crabs are found in the swash zone by fishermen and used for bait for whiting and pompano. They swim dig backwards through the receding swash, and they're actually helpless if you place them above that. Oh, here goes another coquina. They're so quick. And here is the last day of this beach walk, a 4-day beach walk into one. Pretty calico. This is evening. I've went in the daytime all the other times, and so it's close to evening, close to sunset, with my friend Chalet and her girls. I believe this is a dwarf olive. They had a lot of these shells sticking out the sand kind of in the back here, because this is that same Spessard Holland Beach. They had, you know, when they flattened out all the sand, there was lots of little shells after it was raining that just kind of popped out of these piles. So we just decided to go check it out. It's a decent size olive. Lots of little shells spread out in front of the dune area from the sand renourishment. Here's a little auger. I think that's just a regular common auger. Pretty small. These can get to be about 2.5 inches. Here's a little olive. Nice tip on that one. It's pretty shiny too. Oh, that's so cute. That's a nice little scallop. Another little olive just sticking out there. When the rain definitely makes these shells pop out of the sand. Here's another olive. This one's pretty shiny. Has a little bruise, but it is shiny. Oh, that's so neat to find them together like that.
Yeah, attached.
But these aren't hatched though. Is that one hatched? I don't see holes in those. Oh, they're still together. Look, this still's got water in them.
Yeah, has it,
Oh my word! Yeah, they still have all the water.
throw in the water.
Oh, that's so cool. So they are like, look, baby, you see them? Look, look, look. Oh, they're in there. Oh wow. We lost the light, so I can't really get a good picture. All right. Back to the ocean. Here are my collective shell finds over 4 days at Spessard Holland Beach and the Crown Conchs from the Indian River. And I was sure to put my little Wentletrap in a little jar to keep it safe. It's so small and cute. Also, my shell project that I put on a lobster claw clip. Those are fun to make, and I hope to have time to make plenty more. Absolutely love these 2 front crowns. Look how dark they are. Just gorgeous. Love how they turned out after getting them a little bath. And that Wentletrap, as I said, made my summer. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I leave you with this.